Hello class, chapter 3.2, solving two-step equations. So it involves some of the things that we learned from chapter 3.1, but one more additional step obviously, that's why it's called two-step equations. So let's get started. The rule for solving two-step equations. So the equation x over 2 plus 5 equals 11 involves two operations performed on the x. So let's just talk about this sentence first. So the equation x over 2 plus 5 equals 11 involves two operations performed on the x. So if I was solving this problem, it says x divided by 2 plus 5 equals 11. So you would divide whatever x would be by 2, and then you would add 5. So that's kind of what is stated right here. Sorry about that. Operations performed on the x. So we would divide by 2 and then add 5, and that would give us 11. So now we have to solve this. So you could use mental math and ask yourself what number divided by 2 plus 5 equals 11. But how we're going to show our work is we're going to subtract 5 and then multiply 2. Because it says you typically, here I am now, you typically solve such an equation by applying the inverse order of the order of operations. So usually we would think about order of operations and think about PEMDAS. But when you're solving a two-step equation, you do it in the reverse order. So here it is, the operations to isolate the x. So we're going to subtract 5 and then multiply by 2. So if I have up here x divided by 2 plus 5 equals 11. I don't know what's doing that. Sorry. I don't know why it keeps on just moving. So x divided by 2 plus 5 equals 11. We need to isolate the x. So we're going to use the order of operations in reverse order. So we're going to subtract 5. I'm not sure why it's bouncing like that, so I apologize for bouncing back and forth like that. So we subtracted 5 over, we have x divided by 2 equals 6. But we know to get rid of that 2, we're going to multiply both sides, and we get x equals 12. So we know that 12, now check your work. So we solved for 12. We go back up here, 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 plus 5 equals 11. That does check out. So it's very important you write this rule down in your notes. Okay? Especially that involves two operations performed on the x. So you understand what this says in math terms. But then we have to do the reverse order, the inverse order, to make sure that we get the x isolated by itself to get x alone. So let's look at two problems here. We have 5x plus 9 equals 24. Let's solve that one first. So it says 5 times x plus 9 equals 24. So we're going to reverse the order of operations because first we would always multiply the 5 by whatever x equaled. But now we're going to subtract the 9. So we get 5x equals 15. Divide by 5, because we're doing the opposite operation, because it's 5 times x, so we're going to divide by 5, so these cancel. And we get x equals 3. So plug it back in. 5 times 3 plus 9 equals 24. So to check our work, 5 times 3 is 15, plus 9 does equal 24. So this checks out. So read the problem to yourself. So we have -1 equals z divided by 3 minus 7. So we need to isolate the z, so we're going to add 7 over first. Remember, it's the reverse order of operations, so we get 6 here equals z over 3. So z divided by 3, so to get rid of that, we're going to multiply it. So we get 18 equals z. So check our work. -1 equals 18 divided by 3 minus 7. -1 equals 18 divided by 3 is 6. 6 minus 7 is -1. So that checks out. So very important, while you're solving it, you check your work. Make sure it has to make sense. Okay, so z equals 18 and x equals 3 here. And both of those answers make sense. So again, go back to our rule here. It's very important that you write this rule down. Okay? Especially this will really help you to isolate, making sure you use the reverse, okay, order, the inverse order of the order of operations. So rules for solving a two-step equation involving like terms. So the first thing you're going to do is combine like terms and then perform the necessary operations to isolate the x. So solve 4x or 7x minus 4x equals 21. Well, remember, step 1 was combine like terms. Well, here's our like terms. So 4x minus 7x minus 4x is 3x. 3x equals 21. Now to get x alone, remember it's 3 times x, so we're going to use the inverse operation, which is division. So x equals 7. So to check our work, we could plug it back into the original problem. If we plug this in, we know that 49, because 7 times 7 is 49, minus 7, or 7 times 7 is 49, 4 times 7 is 28, and 49 minus 28 is 21. So that checks out. So, here are some homework questions. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. X divided by 4 minus 3 equals 2. So, x divided by 4 minus 3 equals 2. Solve for x. Show your work. Be ready to describe to me tomorrow in class how that works, how you isolate that x by itself. Number 2, (5b) minus 7b equals 4. So solve for b. And number 3, (4y minus 4 equals 16). Okay, so solve those problems. Make sure you go back, truly understand the rules here for solving two-step equations involving like terms, and the rules here for solving a two-step equation. Okay, any questions, please let me know, email me. And remember, test corrections are due tomorrow in class. So if you have any questions on that as well, make sure you let me know. All right, take care. Have a wonderful night.